Hey everyone, how you doing? Rick with Hit Run Candlesticks here. It is about 4:30 my time. That means it's 5:30 East Coast time, and it's Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. Well, before we get started here, I want to remind everybody that if you're not doing anything tonight again is February 23rd, 2021. If you're not doing anything at 8 p.m., come join us in our open room. I'll be doing a webinar, kind of a refresher on the blue ice failure at 8 p.m. Eastern, okay? So I'll put the link down below in the chat. I hope to see everybody there. Also, I will give a few updates on the members computer giveaway that we're going to be giving away here. I don't have a date yet. I'll ballpark it tonight, but it's a beautiful Falcon. What is it? An F52 GT Falcon computer. Anyway, I'll be talking a little bit about that this evening, and if you want to know about it, come right on over. I hope to see everybody there. Okay. Also, thanks for all the thumbs up, and thanks for the subscribers hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, thank you for doing that. Quite a few people have done that the last several days, so I appreciate that. And also below, we have a link for a 30-day trial. So check out that the chat below, or I think what is it, learn more or something like that. Click on that little button, it opens it up, and there's a link there for a 30-day trial. Plus, there's the link for tonight's webinar. Again, February 23rd, 2021. I apologize for having to repeat it. It's on this video, and this video will be here 5 years from now. So, February 23rd, 2021, 8 p.m. Let's get started here. What a crazy day in the market. Man, oh man, oh man. So we popped down on the SPY. SPY just about got to that 50-period moving average, and the bulls just brought it up. Insane. Insane. You got to love our job. Man, I got to tell you, you have to love it. Let's put a line right here. The fact that we closed over these highs, I think that's positive. I think that's good. We are not out of the woods yet. There's a lot here to chew through. We're still going to put a little downtrend here like that. Just connect those two. And what we're going to need to see for the bulls is we're going to need to see these fellas just jump right up here. Maybe do a little testing and then see if they don't jump a little higher. Now, it certainly doesn't have to be tomorrow. Not at all. It could be later this week. The point is, I certainly like this 385.40 area right here. I like the fact we closed over it. But if we close back below it, then that really puts that 50-period moving average right in the gun sight. So we want to watch this. Be a little careful. Yeah, be a little careful. Crazy market. Crazy market. All right, so I want to go through some trades that we did today, and then we'll look at some trades that we're adding to the watch list, or updating rather, not necessarily adding, just updating the watch list a little bit. Okay, so today C is working out pretty nice. We did take half our C off because, well, it met our goals for how much money we're up. This is something we always do with Hit and Run Candlesticks. This is how we've been able to grow the Road to Wealth account to double, triple, and even quadruple status in a 12-month period. As price moves up, we take profits. We did take some profits, and we'll certainly take more profits, and possibly even more profits. Another one is Cmcsa. Now, I added to that today. I added to that when it was down because I was already in it. I added to it. It rallied up pretty nice, and what did we do? You got it. We took some profits off, and then as it moves up, we'll look at taking more profits off. We call these base hits. When we're in one and we move up and we close that out, we call those base hits, just like in baseball. Let's get on first base, second, third, let's run it on home. And anyway, it's just a terrific way to trade. If anyone would like to know any more about that, please come on in the trading room. I'd be happy to talk about it and explain it. There might even be some, different videos here that I've talked about it and explained it on how we do that. A little more details. Here's a new one we bought today. We bought some MU just as it was crossing over the T line here. So far, we're up just a little over 2.5%. Nothing to brag about. Nothing to take home yet. But sure, a nice candle. We've got opening up below Monday's candle, and then closing up above 50% of yesterday's candle. That makes this a bullish piercing candle, and I think it closed up pretty nice. I think the volume was top notch on it. Anything above 85, we're going to like that as a bullish chart. And if it gives us a little opportunity, we might even add to this chart. Snap. Holy moly. Did you guys see Snap today? Good Lord. Now, there were some folks in the trading room that bought this early on, and they just made a bucket of money. I couldn't stand it anymore, and I ended up buying some Snap, I don't know, somewhere around this 65.90 mark, something like that. And doggone thing just took right off. No complaints there. Ended up a little over 24% on it. I did close half of it out just because that's way too much money to leave on the table. And that's what we do for the Road to Wealth account. We get into it when it meets some of our profit goals and criteria. We'll take some profits off the table. We'll let it move up a little bit more, and we'll take more profits off the table. And we call those base hits. Twitter, we did buy a little Twitter today, moving up. Again, there were several people in the trading room that were buying Twitter, and once more, I couldn't stand it, so I went ahead and bought some with them. It is looking good. I do think it's a little bit extended, but we can't argue with price action. And as long as I have a stop in there, anything below 69.30, I would not like it. Anything above that, and I'm okay with it. So I'm willing to do that. I was willing to take this almost 6% risk in this. Forget about what it's done down here. And to me, that does look a little parabolic, but I'm just not going to pay attention to it. I'm just going to pay attention to this chart pattern, this price action, and pay attention to this little top. You know what? Let's change that. Let's do this. Let's just move it like this. There we go. We get to a point where we're breaking out. Who cares about any of this down here? That's going to be old news, and this is going to be, in the money, running the bases. So, one last one here, XOP. We were in XOP, and we closed out half of XOP today just because, again, we get to this point where our profits have gone beyond what our goals are. So we just have to take some of those profits. So we took some profits today, and then we'll take more profits on the way up. Okay. Just so you know that we have losing trades. Ford was down today, and this started hitting one of our short scans, and I actually bought some puts on Ford when it was down. But it came back up, and I ended up closing those out for a little loss just because, hey, it's starting to look a little bullish again. The bearishness went away. Bearishness went away in just about everything here in the market. So I did take a little loss on this. Just want to be clear with everybody that as traders, we all have losses. Okay, let's look at a few updates and possible trades that I'll be looking at going forward here. They may or may not be tomorrow, nor the next day. Could be even next week. Could be 2 weeks from now. I only look to buy charts when they are coming into the pocket, the buy zone, the area that I want to buy it. I want to wait for those charts to come back to me. And yes, there are times that I totally miss a trade because I wait for that. But that's okay. It's just part of my trading. So let's take a look at Penn. I like the way Penn finished up today. And if you take a look at Penn overall, oh, let's try this again. Arrow. There we go. Arrow. Sorry. You'd think I've never done this before. There we go. Look how Penn rallied up and then pulled back. And just check this bottom out. What a nice little rounded bottom right here. So anyway, what I'm seeing here is a nice little J-hook continuation pattern setting up. And true, it won't be a true J-hook until it breaks out of this line right in here. But this is what we look for. We look for the possible setups, and then we look for buys in multiple areas. One is the bottom, all the way through to the upside, and the breakout, and the pullback. So this whole area could be a buying area for us, and we just wait till we get those candles and candle groupings that gives us the key to when we want to buy it. And today's candle, I think that was a good key. We rallied up here. We failed today. It was horrible in the beginning of the day. Drove so many stocks to the downside, but then the bulls brought it back. Closing up over the T-line, I think that's 2 thumbs up. Anything above 114.15-ish, 114.20, that red line, I'm going to be bullish on this chart, and of course, on a breakout. FCX also acted nice, and I was really happy that it pulled back. I kind of wish we would have caught it earlier, but you know what? You can't catch them all. So maybe we get an inside day. This is a good, where you put the buy box on there like that. Anything below the 30, let's just call it 35 area, I'm not going to like it. Anything above 35, I'm going to like this chart. So we'll watch for the price action here that gives us those clues. Bullishness is what we're looking for, and or a breakout. And of course, we'll adjust the stop based on where and when we buy it. We're certainly not going to keep a 9.88 stop. If we buy it up here, we're certainly not going to keep that as a stop. Another one is MLM. Stock's been trending up. Here we pulled back. We rallied up into here, and then it just really started to test and cave in. It needed a rest. That's what it did. We broke out. We rested. The sellers brought it back down. The buyers brought it back up today. And we have a nice little kind of a Fig Newton chart pattern. Fig Newton is when you have a bullish chart or a bullish candle. A candle that's not so bullish like this one, and then another bullish candle over here. And we call that a Fig Newton cookie pattern. And this is a very bullish pattern to us. And above 3.25, 325.40, I'll look at this as bullish and remain bullish in it. Anything below that, we would have to, just not be so bullish. Macy's, how about a little Macy's here? Had one of the members in the trading room, at least one that I know of, bought this. This is a nice chart. I like that. Look how we've gone from a low to a high and then to a higher low. And I know we really pulled back today, but look how we broke out here to a higher high. Let's put another line in there, right there, right in there. There we go. See our high? See how we broke out and closed above that high? I think that's a nice looking chart, nice looking volume in here. I think there's a nice looking target up in this area. And if you take a look at the weekly chart, look how that thing's coming right up there. It's now broken, changed the whole direction of that 50 period moving average. This has got a lot of upside. Yeah, I mean, just wow, that's actually more than I kind of thought. That would be a nice move up here to retest this 22 area. So anything below 1480, well, I'm just not going to like that chart. Anything above, and I will like that chart. Now, it just occurred to me, maybe I need to explain something here. So if I'm looking at this chart and I like it above 1480, and I think what I said was As long as we're above 1480, I'm going to like this chart. Well, what if the price did this right away tomorrow? Well, I'm still going to like the chart, but I'm not going to like the chart for an entry. There's a big difference between I like this chart for an entry and, yeah, I think this is a bullish chart and I like the chart. For an entry, I'm going to wait for it to do what I'd like them to do. I want to see an inside day. I'm very open about this. I'm very transparent. I talk about this all the time on the videos. You know, I look for a good chart pattern. I look for a good trend. I wait for that inside day or that ever so slight breakout, or sometimes I have to wait for the breakout and the retest too. But I just wait for that pocket, for price to get into that pocket area. 3/8 trap. That's one of my favorite setups. Is that 3/8 trap, and but anyway, just wait for it. And you know, if tomorrow the price does this, it's gone without me. I don't get to trade it. That's fine. We've got so many we could trade. Everybody does. They just don't know it. You should never ever feel like you missed a trade, because there's always a trade around the corner. Take a look at pins. Yikes. Look at that candle. I'm thinking above $81. I just might have to buy this chart. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a buy box in here. The strategy will be pretty simple. I'm going to wait for price to get into this area here. I'm going to wait for the bulls to step in to give me that sign. I'm going to watch for that candle pattern. Live trading alerts will give me my alert. That's the alert system I use. And bada boom, bada bang, we may get into pins. As it moves up, then we'll look to take profits as always as it starts moving up. Pretty simple, really. This, by the way, is one heck of a belt hold. Huge, humongous belt hold. Good volume. I like this chart. Nice. So we'll, again, just watch for that. The price action. That's what we're going to keep an eye on for an entry. Snap, I think we already talked about this. Yeah, this is one that I'm already in. I would like, and I did sell half already. It was just too much to pass up. So if by some chance it pulls back, I will look to add back to this, get into a full position, and then maybe it runs up again. Great candle today. Humongous bullish engulf. Man, that thing engulfed a whole lot of candles there. Excuse me. Look at the volume on this. So we'll definitely keep our eyes on this one, and I'm sure we'll be trading Snap in the future as well. And the last one I have is APPS, APPS. Hey, before we finish this one, again, I want to remind you that if you've not subscribed, please click on that subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up. Leave us a comment if you like. Hope to see you in the trading room. There's a 30-day trial link down there. And if you're not doing anything this evening, February 23rd, 2021, at 8 p.m., join us in the trading room. I'll put a link down there for our webinar tonight. All righty? Thank you very much. All right, let's take a look at apps here. Let's just for a moment forget about today. So here we've rallied up. We broke out here, and up we go. And then we come back and we put in a little doji low here. And then we gapped up. By all rights, this thing should have just lifted right up. But it didn't. You know, those things happen. And then yesterday we fell down. And then today we fell down big time. But we came back big time. I'm going to use this doji low here, 77.10 as my stop. Anything above that, I'm going to remain bullish. Anything below, I will not be bullish on this. You can clearly see we have a little downtrend here. So if this thing starts to break out, this could be a buy for us. Or we'll wait for a little bit of rest so it breaks out. We might wait for a little bit of rest, a couple days later, a week later maybe, until this thing starts setting up. We'll watch for those bulls to step in. That's right in our pocket area. That would be just about in our pocket area. right in here, and then we'll look to make money on the way up. Alrighty. Great trading today, everybody. It was an absolutely wonderful trading day. If there's anything we can help you with, please let us know. Again, this is Rick at Hit and Run Candlesticks, and I hope to see you in the trading room. Take care. Have a great night.